if Mario Kart courses were students in school. You may be confused with what this means, but basically I'm going to be comparing Mario Kart courses to students in school, like stereotypical students and all that stuff. And starting with Mario Bros. Circuit, this is the average Joe. They're nothing special, they're just one of the other generic students you see walking throughout the school. They're not special, but that doesn't mean they're bad. And this can be said not just about Mario Bros. Circuit, but most Mario Circuit courses. Next we have Baby Park, and this is the Hyper Kid. Now some people like this kid and others don't, similar to how people like Baby Park, but some also dislike it. And as we all know from experience, Baby Park is truly chaotic, which fits well with the Hyper Kid. And I just thought I'd add my opinion, but I kinda dislike Baby Park. Too crazy for me. And the opposite of crazy is Moo Moo Meadows, aka the Chill Kid. They're similar to Mario Bros. Circuit, aka the average Joe, as they're just minding their own business and doing their own things. But whenever you talk to them, they're always super nice, and they never really get in issues with anyone. And Moo Moo Meadows is like that chill course, not too much going on with it, but you still appreciate it. And kudos to the course for bringing us Moo Moo, also known as the cow in Mario Kart World. Speaking of Mario Kart World, next we have Mario Kart World's Bowser's Castle. Although this one goes for most Bowser's Castles. And that is the Bully. I just thought the Mario Kart World's Bowser's Castle fit the best because it's the hardest one, in my opinion at least, and it's pretty crazy, fitting well with the Bully. And also it just gives me Bully vibes with all the orange and red colors. Next, let's move on to Peach Stadium and Crown City. The reason I'm including both of them is because they both represent the inseparable duo. And I say that because both courses have two variants, so you can kind of see where I'm coming from. And because of how similar both courses are to their significant other one, it kind of feels like they are inseparable and they feel similar. I don't know if that makes sense, but this whole video might not even make sense. Next is Question Block Ruins, which is the interesting and mysterious kid. With all the intricate shortcuts and little mysteries that you can find in Great Question Block Ruins, I thought it would only be fitting to include this to represent the quiet and mysterious kid, because of how mysterious this course is. There's so many different shortcut opportunities and secrets that you can find throughout the course. And I thought that would represent the quiet and mysterious kid very well. Moving on, we have the competitive kid, aka Big Blue. Big Blue is notoriously a very competitive course in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, especially in online play. And so, I thought it would only be fitting if I made it the competitive kid / jock. Also, I feel like F-Zero just gives off major competitive vibes, even though it's not even online, unless you count F-Zero 99. But I haven't heard a single person talk about that video game. Speaking of a video game most people don't talk about, Mario Kart Tour. And for this game, I chose basically every single Mario Kart Tour course, except for maybe Singapore Speedway and Athens Dash, and maybe even a couple others. I chose this because the courses feel like the new kid. This is both because they're newer courses and because they feel like they don't exactly fit the Mario Kart theme fully. That's mostly because they're based off of real-life places, though. Next, we have Sky High Sunday. And this is the kid who had a major growth spurt. As we all know, Sky High Sunday changed a lot in Mario Kart World. And that was entirely for the better. It felt better, the new wall riding mechanic was added, and it felt like it had grown a lot, which makes me feel like it's kind of like a growth spurt. So I thought it fit well with the idea. And also, I think that Mario Kart World's rendition of Sky High Sunday is pretty good. Next, we have Vanilla Lake 1 and 2, and I chose both because they're mainly the exact same. And they are the skipper. They never show up in any class, similar to how the courses in Mario Kart games haven't returned since the SNES. Unless you count its cameo in Mario Kart World as like a mini part of one of the courses. And as I mentioned in one of my videos called One Course from Every Mario Kart Game in Mario Kart World, which you should totally check out right now, I mentioned that these courses haven't returned. Next is Yoshi's Island from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this is the person that makes one specific topic their whole personality. Whether it be a video game, a show, or even a book, they just make it their whole personality. I won't say that's a bad thing, and also, Yoshi's Island is a great thing, a great course. And if you're someone that fits into this category, then that's completely fine. In fact, I might fit in this category. Next is the late kid. This person is always scrambling to get all their stuff, get their backpack, their binder, and rushing to school. I thought it fit well with TikTok Clock's chaotic nature, and I thought it would be kind of funny because TikTok Clock is a clock, and this person's always looking at the clock and looking at how late they are. So yeah, I thought this would fit pretty well. Next is Delfino Square, and similar to Vanilla Lake 1 and 2, this person never shows up. But there's a difference. This is the person that everyone likes, but they never come to school, so everyone misses them and wishes they were there. And Delfino Square never seems to show up in any Mario Kart games. Except for, of course, Mario Kart Wii. But I actually didn't know that Delfino Square was in Mario Kart Wii for the longest time. I just found out recently. Next is Music Park, and this is the band kid. Again, no hate to band kids, but some of you might not understand what I mean by band kids. Band kids are the loud and chaotic kids who are in band class. And I feel like Music Park is of course music related to band, but it's also pretty chaotic sometimes. Especially with those bouncing note blocks. Okay, everyone, brace yourselves because the next one is going to be pretty controversial. Okay, here we go. Coconut Mall, the over-popular kid. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy myself some Coconut Mall, but I feel like it is slightly overrated, but in the slightest, just a smidge overrated. And for context, I'm not talking about the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version. That version isn't the best, but the Wii version. Yeah, I said it. The Wii version is slightly overrated. And that's what the overpopular kid is too, overrated. People like them for no reason. Next we have Neo Bowser City, and this is the controversial person that some people like and some don't. Similar to how some people like Neo Bowser City and some despise it. I'm more in the middle where it's not like I hate it but I don't love it. In fact, I might even lean onto the hate side just because I find it a little boring. The atmosphere is pretty cool though. But yeah, some people like this person, some people don't. And some people like the course and some don't. The same can be said about Cheeseland, but Cheeseland I'm not talking about as the controversial person because I just mentioned Neo Bowser City being that. And I'd say that Cheeseland is the cheater. And I kind of meant this as a joke because cheeser and cheater kind of sound similar, and yeah, but also because there's so many shortcuts which can also be considered tricks or even cheats in this course, so I thought it kind of made sense. But finally we have Rainbow Road, and this one's pretty obvious. This is the popular kid. This goes for most Rainbow Road courses except for maybe GBA Rainbow Road and maybe even Super Mario Kart's Rainbow Road. But this is the most popular course in the entire series, so I thought it would only be fitting. But anyways, thanks for watching my somewhat odd video. This isn't really a topic or an idea that I've covered in the past. But if you made this far, then yeah, thanks for watching.